Especially our new family, the Vergises. Today, just 2 days after the first anniversary of Pravin's death, we are here and we weep. The pain his family has endured is unimaginable and has hurt them to their very core. To have your beautiful child taken away is something everyone should never experience. There is absolutely no doubt that Pravin did not die of natural causes. He was murdered. But it appears that the Carbondale, Illinois police, the Jackson County coroner, and the state's attorney have all conspired to cover that up. It's very serious. Apparently, they want it to seem as if Carbondale is a safe place when, in reality, it isn't. And they do this to protect the enrollment of Southern Illinois University, which is central to the local economy. Lower enrollment means lower revenue, which means a decrease in the funds to run local government. And that affects the police, the coroner, and the state's attorney. My partner Sal and I have more than 82 years combined investigative experience. We are both former police officers, military veterans, and believe in America. We are aware that sometimes people are elected or appointed to positions they are not qualified nor have the moral compass to hold. Those people only protect and serve themselves and fail to protect and serve us. Throughout the years, many have given their lives for us to enjoy a great system of government, and we are both unwilling to give that up to unethical people who put their own interests first. Now we want the entire world to remember Pravin Verghese, and in his honor, we seek change. In my opinion, Jackson County State's Attorney Michael Carr has conspired with the Carbondale police to cover up his murder by pretending the false evidence he has received from the police and medical examiner is not true, even when he knows that it's false. By not questioning the many witnesses he has been made aware of and who have very important information concerning the actual murder, and by actively obstructing and attempting to assassinate the character of anyone seeking the truth. In my opinion, Carr has conspired with the Jackson County coroner and the independent pathologist to falsify the causes of death of Pravin Verghese. The official death certificate states the cause of death was an accident. That is an absolute lie, and Carr knows it is. Anyone with or without medical experience or training could plainly see that Pravin had been beaten, and severely. There is absolutely no doubt about that. We have seen the photographs, and we have looked at the evidence. Excuse me. But Carr has closed Pravin's case without even interviewing important witnesses who have very good information about the murderer. And it appears that he lied when he claimed there was a pending investigation in order to withhold documents and reports that Pravin's family had requested and according to the law were entitled to receive. Only now, a year after Pravin's death, and since Archangels of Justice has been reporting Carr's improper conduct, has he finally decided to release Pravin's reports to his family. In a letter he wrote to the Attorney General, he promised those reports would soon be available, and he blamed the delay on the Verghese family attorney. Carr insinuated that Pravin's mother, Lovely, didn't know what she was talking about when she pushed him for answers about his refusal to thoroughly investigate her son's death. In another murder he calls a suicide, he threatened the victim's father by stating he was going to close the case because that father was questioning Carr's refusal to interview critical witnesses about the destruction of important evidence by Carbondale police personnel. And 2 weeks later he did close the case. Then he had the gall to call the victim's elderly grandmother a liar. At the same time he was making false statements to the media, lying to the Verghese family, their family attorneys, misleading the state attorney and the public. Now, because of Carr's refusal to admit that Pravin and other obvious victims were murdered, and apparently directing these cover-ups in both of the cases, the killers are free to walk the streets in Carbondale. And the families that send their children to Southern Illinois University at Carbondale are unknowingly putting them in harm's way. How many more of our precious children will be killed? How do we stop it from happening? Officials must begin by calling a murder, not a suicide, and not claiming the death was a result of some other ridiculous reason. They must conduct real investigations, arrest and prosecute the killers, and be honest and open with the public. Wouldn't that be refreshing? To not only make everyone feel safer, but actually make them safer. We must now take every action we can to ensure the public is safe when our local government fails to do so. We can do that by making our voices heard. Contact radio and television stations and print media. Write letters and call anyone you think could help. That includes your state and federal congressperson or senator, the FBI, the United States Attorney in Washington, D.C., but do not call the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Illinois. He and State's Attorney Carr are good friends, and he never even returned lovely Verghese' call as he told her he would more than 6 months ago. People who may be called upon on jury duty in Jackson County, Illinois can also make a statement, and I hope they can hear me. Before a trial, prospective jurors are questioned by the judge and attorneys to determine if they have any bias and cannot deal with the issues fairly. In that process, you must tell the truth. If you honestly believe the state attorney Carr may be unethical, or may be dishonest, or may lie to cover up the truth in order to obtain a conviction, then you must tell the judge that you are biased and cannot reach a decision in behalf of the state of Illinois or Jackson County. That carries down to cases prosecuted by Carr's assistant state's attorneys also. Tell the judge that you would gladly sit on a jury that doesn't involve the state or the county. That would effectively shut down the state attorney's office and send a message that is loud and clear. And here's my message for Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner. In my opinion, there is overwhelming evidence that Jackson County State Attorney Carr is unethical, is dishonest, is a liar, and is a criminal. His conduct significantly reduces the credibility of the criminal justice system in Illinois. Upon request, archangels of justice will gladly present the proof of those allegations to a special prosecutor from your office. We will not provide any information to State Attorney General Lisa Madigan or anyone working under her office. Carr is one of her political supporters, and she is in a conflict of interest position and could be called as a witness against him because he submitted false communications to her office. At the top of your own governor's website for everyone to plainly see is the following statement, and I quote, Article 5, Section 8 of the Illinois Constitution states, the governor shall have the supreme executive power and shall be responsible for the faithful execution of the laws. The purpose of the office is to ensure proper execution of the law in Illinois. That's what it says at the top of your website, Governor. Now all eyes are upon you, especially those people in Illinois that supported you for election, believing that you would cause change for the better. So in our opinion, here's what you must do. Number 1, appoint a special prosecutor to review any and all evidence concerning State Attorney Carr's alleged criminal conduct. Number 2, pending an honest and fair assessment of his misconduct, commence an action to suspend Carr from office. Number 3, once the allegations are proven, and they will be, seek an indictment against Carr. And number 4, then if necessary, initiate an impeachment proceeding to permanently remove him from office. Thank you very much.